I want to make sure that I don't say the wrong thing. So I need to know, I need some info. So I keep talking to the driver. I said, sir, would you mind helping me with some questions? Whatever you need, you ask, I tell you. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I apologize in advance if I come across rude or disrespectful or ignorant, but how do you guys know about me here in the Middle East? What do you mean, how do we know? Yeah, how do you know that I'm a comedian? Do you have Comedy Central or HBO or Showtime? What is that? That's a no. That's what that is, that's a no. How do you know that I'm an entertainer? Oh, your videos, YouTube. My friend, YouTube, you're huge. You're the #2 most famous comedian in all of the Middle East. #2. You're kidding. I am not comedian. I don't kid. No. I'm the #2 most famous comedian in all of the Middle East? Yes! Who's #1? Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham is the #1 comedian in the Middle East? You guys don't find him at all offensive? Oh, no. I kill you.
Not a confident cook? TikTok makes it simple. Step-by-step recipes, beginner-friendly tips, all free and easy to follow. Download TikTok now.
Reliable, hardworking, and trustworthy. Is that really so much to ask for? Ditch the complications and get easy-to-use Blink Smart Security. Show your home some love and check in from anywhere. Connect in an instant with two-way talk and live view. And now, save big on Blink Smart Security to help protect what you love most. Don't let this sale be the one that got away. Find your perfect match at amazon.com/blink.
Hey, Hampton Roads homeowners. Chris Subiando here, founder of WSC Smart Home Designers. Quick question. How long have you been dealing with tech that underperforms or looks outdated? If the answer is too long, WSC can fix that. Since 2011, our locally owned veteran-led team has helped homeowners transform their spaces to sound, look, and function seamlessly. Tap Book now to schedule your free in-home consultation and experience quality tech built around your taste.
I was a pretty stupid kid, also. I used to get talked into making crank calls, My older brothers and friends would just stand around me. Okay, Brian, make some crank calls. Make some crank calls. And I get all nervous and mess them up. Do you have frog legs? No, do you serve them? No, do you have them? You're stupid. Brian, relax, man. You gotta relax when you make the crank calls. Do another one, concentrate. Is your refrigerator running? It's not. Oh. It's not. It's not. No, it's not. Okay, you have a good day now. You take luck. Brian, do this one. Read it so you don't mess it up. Do you have Prince Albert in the can? You do? Well, then you better take him out because he is suffocating. He wants to know what that hang up. You're stupid! You stupid person!
There's a commercial on late night TV for this thing you attach to a garden hose. It says, you can water your hard-to-reach plants with this product. Who the fuck would make their plants hard to reach? That seems so very mean. I know you need water, but I'm gonna make you hard to reach. I will throw water at you. Hopefully they'll invent a product before you shrivel and die. Think like a cactus. Says you can have this product for 4 easy payments of $19.95. I would like to have a product that was available for 3 easy payments and 1 fucking complicated payment. We can tell you which payment it is, but one of these payments is gonna be a bitch. The mailman will get shot to death, the envelope will not seal, and the stamp will be in the wrong denomination. Good luck, fucker. The last payment must be made in wampum. My fake plants died because I did not pretend to water them. I think animal crackers made people think that all animals taste the same. What does a giraffe taste like? A hippopotamus. I had them back to back. I'd hate to be a giraffe with a sore throat. God damn it anyway. See, I write jokes for a living, man. You know, I sit at my hotel at night, I think of something that's funny, then I go get a pen and I write it down. Or if the pen's too far away, I have to convince myself that what I thought of ain't funny. I walked by a dry cleaner at 3 a.m. The sign said, "Sorry, we're closed." You don't have to be sorry. It's 3 a.m. and you're a dry cleaner. It would be ridiculous for me to expect you to be open. I'm not gonna walk in at 10 a.m. and say, "Hey, I walked by at 3, you guys were closed." Somebody owes me an apology. This jacket would be halfway done.
I'm convinced technology's making us delusional. The way everyone talks about going to Mars now, it's like, we're going to Mars, we're going to Mars, I can't wait to go to Mars. I don't think they were talking about you. Why do you think you're going to Mars? You haven't been to Minnesota. They weren't inviting us. I'm pretty sure they were just bragging. Jeff Bezos did take his brother to outer space. I have 3 brothers, and I don't even want to buy them dinner. I appreciate the optimism, but are we going to Mars? We put a man on the moon 54 years ago. And you know how many times we put a man on the moon after that? 0. You know why? Because we never put a man on the moon. I don't know. Maybe we put a man on the moon. I don't know. Maybe we're going to Mars. Honestly, I don't know how a microwave works. Like if someone put a gun to my head and they're like, explain the microwave, I'd be like, a light turns on, it rotates. When the bell rings, your hot dog's done. Is that close? There is so much I don't know. Most of the time, I don't even feel like an adult. I still don't feel comfortable buying shoes in the store. Shoes are the only clothing we let an absolute stranger put on us. You'd never go up to a salesperson, "Will you put these pants on me?" Where are you going? Yet when we buy shoes, we become helpless. We just sit down and we're like, "You do it. My mommy's not here, so you have to do it." And we know nothing about these people putting shoes on our feet. There's no background check. All we know is they like to work with strangers' feet. Everything they say is kind of creepy. How do they feel? Excuse me? Are they tight? I beg your pardon? Is that your big toe? How dare you? Why don't you walk around the store and show me how cute you look in that outfit? Well, since you asked nicely.
What, do you on your phone? Hey, V-neck, hey. What's your name? Sam? Cool. What do you do to afford V-neck, Sam? Typing numbers. Numbers, the letters of math. I'm sorry to bother you. I don't mean to single you out. I hate when people get pulled out of the audience. Like, you familiar with this Cirque du Soleil, Sam? They're a group of French assholes that are slowly taking over America by humiliating audience members one by one. We once went to see Cirque du Soleil at Navy Pier when I was a kid, and my brother came, and he was like 12 years old, and you remember being 12, and you're like, "No one look at me or I'll kill myself." And these French bastards come into the crowd being like, "Oh, le volontiers, beep, beep, quack, 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 quack." And they pulled my brother up on stage, and I was like, "No." And they brought him up, and they reached into his sweatshirt, and they were like, "Oh, la, la, bra." And they had planted a bra, and they pulled out a bra, and they were like, "Oh, man, no." And everyone at Navy Pier was like, "Ah, ha, 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 ha." And my brother was like, "Ha, that's great."
Since 1966, before most people even knew what a computer was, ECPI University was already teaching students how to use them. And today, we're still ahead of the curve, preparing students to be successful in the age of AI, to code smarter, protect data faster, build the systems that power the future. Programs include cybersecurity, software development, mechatronics, and engineering technology. Start now at ecpi.edu.
Quick pause. Something useful for you. Love fishing? TikTok isn't just for young people. It's full of real tips. Better knots, better baits, better catches. Quick videos from people who actually fish. Download TikTok now.
Celebrate Lunar New Year parties with help from Whole Foods Market. Find yellow sale signs on Asian-inspired ingredients like whole fish, stir-fry ready shrimp, and organic ground pork that's great in dumplings. Explore fresh veggies like napu cabbage, bok choy, and komatsu na. And check out the floral department for money trees, orchids, and more. Perfect for gifting. Find good fortune and flavors through the 24th at Whole Foods Market.
I'm stoked to be here, stoked to be home in Omaha. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, okay, one clap, that's fine. Yeah, but we like it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I moved away for a while, and I'm glad to be here. I lived in California for a while. Yeah, and they let me know that I belong here. They told me to my face a lot. They said things like, "You look so Midwestern. You act so Midwestern." I don't know what that means, but I know they're talking shit. They're letting me going, this guy looks like he says thank you after sex. He's like, fucking so what? Yeah. I'm thankful. It's not the only thing I've ever said. I've said other things like, "Oh boy, I was full of juice."
It's too much fun, man. All these different countries, all these different places we've been going. And honestly, you guys, it's not possible without the love and the support of my family. They made that possible. Because I can't just go take off. You really? Seriously? You're just gonna leave? It takes a strong woman, first of all, to put up with me. And it's not easy. Oh, you're gonna go travel the world with this crazy guy named Martin who's got tattoos and issues? Have fun. It's not easy, you guys. Like I said, it takes a lot of love and support from my family. And right now, it's a crazy time because my son is 15, okay? Some of you know I have a son from my last special. I talked about how I became a dad, and because he's technically my stepson. And the only reason I'm saying that is because he's been in my life for 8 years, and he's 15, so I don't want you to look at me and the math is all wrong, and you're like, he's ghetto. I'm not ghetto. I just hooked up with a beautiful woman who had a pre-started family, which is why the math is off. Basically, I took over a lease is what happened. And everything's been going great, but when he turned 15, it started changing. Like, he no longer talks to me, which is crazy. Not to say that he doesn't see me and acknowledge me, he just doesn't talk. And I thought it was personal, and his mom is like, "No, he's going through a phase." Like, he doesn't speak, he makes sounds. "Frankie, how's your day?" "Did you check out the trash?" Like, wow. Like, the only person he talks to is at the other end of his phone, because that's all he does. All day, just text, 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 text. And it's funny because he's always like this, texting. And when he walks around, he takes little steps so that in case he bumps into something, it doesn't hurt. Like, he's like the little vacuum, and then, and then, And when he's taking these little steps, he makes these sounds. And his tongue comes out halfway. It looks freaky. Like he's trying to text with it. And I asked his mom, "Is he okay?" "He's going through a phase." And I could totally understand my son standing in the corner for 15 minutes at a time with his tongue out making noises if he was a special circumstance. But he's not, okay? If he was, I'd hug him and love him the same, but he's not. He's a straight A student in his school. He's at the top of the list in his class as one of the smartest kids. And it's, no, don't clap, don't clap. You know why? You know why? Because on paper, it says he's a genius. But at home, it doesn't match. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I believe that good grades are important, okay? But you would think with all the different classes that they offer in school, how come they don't have a class called Common Sense? You know what I mean? Make it the easiest class they have ever taken. Make it so easy that it's the exact same class every single day. They don't pay attention anyway. Make it the same. Hello, class. Welcome to Common Sense. Let us begin. Up, down, left, right, hot, cold. Take a shower. Take a shower. Take a shower! I don't know what happened when he turned 15. He forgot how to play with water.
And people spell their name however they want. Has nothing to do with phonics or nothing. Not sure what phonics is, but I saw the girl that was hooked on it, and I thought, she's got a problem with it, apparently. Hey, have you seen that commercial? Hooked on phonics, work for me. Yeah, she was adorable, you know. I was thinking, wouldn't that be weird if she was applying what she learned and she couldn't get the commercial straight, you know? Hooking on phonics, working for me. Hooking on phonics. Working for me! Okay, cut. You talk to her, man. We ain't gonna move a lot of tapes this way. I'm telling you right now. Anyway, I met this woman. Her name was Amy, you know? So I go, oh, A-M-Y? She goes, no, A-Y-M-I-E. Oh. I have to take a nap. I'm Brian, B-R-I-V-O-L-B-N, the number 7, the letter Q. Look at my name tag. It's big. It's something.
It's Crazy Bread from Little Caesars, and you can't get enough. Daydreams of buttery garlic-flavored drizzle distract you at work. You have a Crazy Bread tattoo. If you know, you know. Right now, purchase any pizza from Little Caesars and get Crazy Bread for free. Free!
Pizza.
Whether you're relaxing at home or out and about, make your music move with you. With Premium, you can download your music at higher quality, listen to songs ad-free, and play them in any order. Tap the banner to learn more.
I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I'm kind of obsessed with not being interested in fashion. It's something I care deeply not about. And I'm aware that not being into fashion is a fashion choice, right? How annoying is that? It's like, oh, you're not into fashion? That means you're in the normcore. Why can't I just wear clothes to cover my disgusting body? Why must it be a choice? Because the only choice I make when it comes to clothing is, does it still fit me? I don't know if you've had an opportunity to fat out of clothes. That's a special feeling. There are watershed moments in your life, right? When you hold your newborn child or you fat out of a t-shirt. It's amazing because you don't even go to the obvious conclusion. You're like, well, this sure used to fit. I haven't grown since I was a teenager. Oh, I'm a fat ass. Well, time for a burrito. I don't know. The best is when you pack for a trip and you fat out of clothes, but you don't realize until you get there. You sit there and you go, well, I guess I could wear that as long as I don't breathe out. Or sit down. You ever wear a shirt you can't sit down in? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stand. I know it's Thanksgiving. I'm more thankful standing. Better angle for carving. I still have all the clothes that don't fit me. They're in my closet in case I have a dramatic weight loss over a weekend. It's ridiculous. It's like I'm curating an exhibit of my weight gain. Well, that suit was from 30 pounds ago, and that sweater was from last winter, and this shirt never fit. Have you done that? Have you bought clothes that don't fit thinking that'll be the incentive to lose weight? It's like, well, I've only gained weight for the last 40 years. Maybe this shirt will turn it around. How'd you lose weight? I bought a shirt. It worked. No, fashion's kind of wasted on me. You know, like those fashion shows? To me, fashion shows just look like skinny teenagers walking around in their parents' clothes looking for food. Wow, there's no food out there. All right, I'll change my outfit and look again. Fashion shows are rather absurd when you consider they're just people sitting around watching people walk around in clothes, which is what people do in clothes every day. But at fashion shows, they're so fascinated. They're like, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Look at that person walking close. How do they do it? Oh, if only we could watch them do laundry. And we all know what a fashion show is because we've seen it on TV. In December, they televised the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which is excellent, by the way. Well, that one's different because there's angels, so there's a spiritual aspect to the thongs they're peddling. It's interesting, all the models are beautiful. You ever notice that? You're like, yeah, Jim, that's the point. No, but all the models, they pick people that would look good in any clothing. Like, if you want me to buy a suit, show me Michael Moore looking good in it. And I'm not picking on Michael Moore. I'm friends with him. I like Michael Moore. And not just because he proves you don't need to shower to be famous. You ever see Michael Moore on television? He looks like he's been robbed of everything he owns. Are you the victim of a shipwreck? What happened? Pull it together. You won an Academy Award. Stop shopping at the Lost and Found. But I understand Michael Moore's mentality. Fashion's not going to change his life. It's not going to change my life. I look the same whether I'm wearing a t-shirt or a tux. I still look like someone who eats fast food. Probably because I do eat fast food. I look the way I look. Look, I didn't vote for Trump, but I walked around New York City and everyone the week after the election looked at me like, you did it. You did it. And I was like, I didn't do it. But after a couple of days, I was like, did I do it? I know people are scared about Trump being president, but I can tell you, as a straight white male, I feel like I'll be okay.
I love the cruise ships for the buffets, I really do. I don't diet on a cruise ship because you'd make yourself miserable. The first time I walked into a cruise ship gala buffet, don't cry for me, buffet people. The truth is I never left you. Through all my dieting, my fat resistance, I kept my promise. Don't cry for me, buffet people. Your fears, they are not valid. If you are skinny, stay near the salad. The thing with some of the cruise ship buffets is that they're very elaborate. And they have ice sculptures and they have carvings, watermelons made into sharks, little cantaloupe baskets with little tomato roses. It's all very nice, but people see it and they lose their minds. Oh, look at it, it's so pretty. And there's a long line for the buffet and you get little old ladies up in front and they're taking pictures of the buffet. Now, Evelyn, you get in and hold the cantaloupe basket and I'm at the end of the line starving. Get out of the line. I I mean, it's a cantaloupe. Why, haven't you been to a museum before? Get out of the line. People are starving. I have no patience in a food line. Or in any line, for that matter. In McDonald's, if there's a long line, I jump behind the counter, I work the fries, I get it moving. I've been employee of the month twice, I don't even work there. But I take the parking space, and I love having my picture up. Watch people at McDonald's. They decide what they want when they get to the front of the line. Get out of the line. I knew what I wanted before I parked the car. Get out of the line. People read a McDonald's menu. It's McDonald's. It's the same stuff since you were 6 years old. Ask me anything, left to right, right to left. What do you want to know? I don't do well in lines. No. Starbucks. I need coffee in the morning or I can't talk. I like Starbucks. Good product. They're polite. Lines too long. My first cup can't be Starbucks. I'd be dead by the time I got to the front of that line. I have to stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get coffee to stand in line for coffee. And people stare at you like, I should have done that. Another one's KFC. People stand in line in front of me at KFC. I mean, they're looking at that menu. You know what they have? Chicken. You know what else they got? They got chicken. You want chicken or chicken? Get out of the line. Another one I don't do well. Movie theater concession lines. They got popcorn, candy, and that's it. Soda. People are staring. What? There's no buffalo wings. You can't get a prime rib. Get out of the line. Am I the only person in this line that has a movie to catch? And at the supermarket, I'm like, oh good, she has coupons, you bitch. I understand you need coupons, but I always get the lady in front of me. I have a coupon somewhere. Let me see where it is. Get out of the line. Good, now write a check for $7. Why would you want to keep that much cash on you? Get out of the line.
Since 1966, before most people even knew what a computer was, ECPI University was already teaching students how to use them. And today, we're still ahead of the curve, preparing students to be successful in the age of AI, to code smarter, protect data faster, build the systems that power the future. Programs include cybersecurity, software development, mechatronics, and engineering technology. Start now at ecpi.edu.
Hey, Hampton Roads homeowners. Chris Subiando here, founder of WSC Smart Home Designers. Quick question. How long have you been dealing with tech that underperforms or looks outdated? If the answer is too long, WSC can fix that. Since 2011, our locally owned veteran-led team has helped homeowners transform their spaces to sound, look, and function seamlessly. Tap Book now to schedule your free in-home consultation and experience quality tech built around your taste.
You've hidden it from your friends so you can have it all for yourself. It's Crazy Bread from Little Caesars, and you can't get enough. Daydreams of buttery garlic-flavored drizzle distract you at work. The Parmesan sprinkles permeate your subconscious. You have a tattoo of Crazy Bread on your back. It's a secret obsession. If you know, you know. But do you know that right now, with any pizza purchase from Little Caesars, you'll get Crazy Bread for free? Free! If you know, you know, and now you know.
Pizza, pizza.
With time and many, coming here year after year and talking to people, certain words I've picked up, certain things I've learned. I finally figured out what shoots means. Anyone that gets to come here to the island, you'll hear people saying that, shoots. And I found that it means yes. Because Mexicans, we have our own slang words too. You've heard me, orale. which is a term of excitement. It's like shoots. Means yes, but you should have heard the conversation I had. This guy was trying to explain it to me. I go, how come I keep hearing people say shoots? What's going on? Okay, brother, let me break it down for you, all right? Shoots is like saying yes. Ah, okay, cool. All right. So let me see. So somebody says, you want to go to the store? And I say, shoots. Roger that. Roger that? What does that mean? It means yes. So shoots means yes, and Roger that means yes. Roger that. How would you, I mean, is there one that you use for one thing versus one that you use for another? Can you give me an example? No problem, brother. Check it out. Somebody tell me, hey, bro, you want to go get a drink? Shoots. Hey, bro, you want to go titty ball? Roger that. I figured it out. And by the way, for all the people here on the island tonight that are not native, who are extremely light complected. Basic for the white people. I just want to let you know, when you're here in Hawaii, if you hear this word, haole, they're talking about you. Haole is the word to describe white people, and it's not derogatory. I ask questions, and it's not. It's just that, you know. And I asked one guy, I said, "Where did haole come from?" You know, and then when guys tell me, "Well, bro, I think many years ago, some white people come here, right? They got drunk and they start yelling, yee-haw!" Say, "Hey, somebody need to take down that haole right there. It's stuck." I'm trying to figure out haole, all right? But anyways, you guys, we've been traveling so many places. We've probably been in about 14 countries in the last 2 months. Yeah. Shoot. We're like herpes. We go everywhere. Twice a year. Anyway, that's bad, I know, right? You guys are so close, man. Like, if I slip, that's it. His show was in 3D, but it hurt. It was terrible. It was terrible. Yeah.
I don't mean to sound down on donating. It's good to give to charities, you know? My wife and I just gave a bunch of stuff to the Goodwill. We were moving apartments, we had a bunch of clothes and furniture, so we made a whole day out of it. We made these big piles of clothes, then we put the piles into these big boxes, then we put the boxes into the back of my car, and then they stayed there for 4 months. And then one day my wife said, "Hey, you took that stuff to Goodwill, right?" And I said, "Of course I did." On an unrelated note, I'm gonna walk out the front door right now. So then I had to like speed to Goodwill really fast. So it was charitable, but it was also fast and violent because I was like throwing boxes at people. The boxes were so heavy I couldn't even say what was in them. I was like, this one's shirts. I got a bunch of shirts. Take away! The guy tried to give me a big receipt. He's like, "Take this receipt for the clothing for your taxes." I was like, how do I write that on my taxes? "Dear IRS, please deduct from my federal income tax 1 XXL Billabong t-shirt from youth. It was too big. My mom said it could be a sleep shirt. Please deduct this from my 2017 income." That's sleep shirt bullshit. Well, if it's too big, you can just wear it as a sleep shirt. No, I get that, Mom. But why don't we just tell our relatives that I'm a 4-year-old boy and I don't wear a man's XXL t-shirt? Because we don't say that when someone gives us a gift, because that would not be polite. Oh, I get it. So rather than violate these meaningless politeness rules, I'll just go to bed in a smock like goddamn Ebenezer Scrooge. Why don't you give me a candle for looking in the mirror and a floppy hat, and I'll tremble off to bed in my long Victorian nightgown. Was there ever even a ghost mother? Or was the dead Victorian girl you saw just me all along?
Legal weed out in California? Legal weed, yeah. That's where I learned that I'm bad at smoking weed. I can't get high right. You know what I mean? Anyone else? Or is just too much anxiety? Or it's just like, it's either I don't feel anything or, oh God. Does my dad think I'm cool? You know? You know you're bad at smoking weed when you have to go lay down because you thought of all the ways you could cook eggs. You know? It's a lot. Wish I could smoke more weed. You know what I mean? Do we have those friends that are high all the time? Yeah, are we that friend? Yeah. Name's Trevor or some shit. Man. The people that I know that are stoned all the time in my life are the only people that I know who are actually happy. You know what I mean? Like, they're fine with what they have. I can't do that. I want too many things. I want a nicer car, nicer clothes, but Trevor and his friends are just like, well, fuck, man, I got a GameCube and a futon. I got a Tool shirt with a bunch of cat hair on it. Life's okay. I don't drink either. All right, okay. Oh, no, you don't have to do that. Like, I understand the trepidation when I say I don't drink. A lot of comics say they don't drink, and they're either going to be condescending about it, or they're going to tell you how they fucked their life up. I'm not going to do either of those things, right? I'm not going to get up here and be like, yeah, I don't have kids that I talk to, you know. Here's why I don't drink. I am on psych meds. Yeah. And when you tell people you're on psych meds, they quit offering you alcohol. Like, you want a shot? I'm like, I don't know. We drive a car through a fucking school. I can't drink on my anxiety meds. My anxiety meds, when mixed with alcohol, could be fatal. It's literally the same stuff as in Whitney Houston's system when she died. And she's every woman, and I'm just some dude. I'm not gonna risk it, you know?
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Feeling stuck? Maybe it's time to make a change. At ECPI University, you can go from zero to a bachelor's in as little as 2.5 years. Hands-on technology programs like cybersecurity, software development, mechatronics, and engineering technology. Year-round classes, flexible schedules. Move at the speed of your own ambition. Learn by doing. Graduate sooner. Start your next chapter at ecpi.edu.
From February 11th through the 14th, save on flowers at Whole Foods Market. Get a 24-stem bunch of roses for just $29.99 with Prime. All of our roses are sourced for good, meaning they help support workers, their communities, and the environment. They aren't just flowers, they're Whole Foods Market flowers, expertly cultivated and picked to have big blooms, vibrant colors, and strong stems. Visit your local Whole Foods Market today, in store or online. Terms apply.
I am from Old Hickory, Tennessee. And look how far we made it. Our zip code is 37138, and how I was told to remember it was 37 plus 1 equals 38. I've never forgot it, and I don't think you will either. I don't know who does zip codes, probably the government, but When they drove through Old Hickory, they go, let's go easy on these people. Old Hickory is also named after President Andrew Jackson. And I told someone that in an interview, and I'd said it, I'm like used to saying it, so I said it, and the guy stopped me, and he was like, you know what? He's like, Andrew Jackson was a bad guy. And I was like, oh. I was like, we didn't like know him or anything like that. We didn't move there because we were fans. I've never been to his house. I missed it like in the 4th grade, and I just have never gone. I missed a lot of stuff. We were supposed to go see the White House in 6th grade, and we couldn't go because the Gulf War started. And by the way, I didn't even know we were supposed to go. I only found out we weren't going. But our teacher came and said, we can't go, the Gulf War started, and they had to put a fence around the White House. And that was it. Never talked about it a day after that. So I just assumed the Gulf War was on the streets of Washington. And had gotten so bad that they finally had to put a fence around the White House. So I go to DC for the first time in my 30s, and I was alone. And I go to the White House and I see that fence, and I honestly was like, I remember when they put this fence up. We had a battle over the Gulf of Mexico.
Nice. Denver, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Love Denver. Haven't been here for a while. Quickly, does the altitude affect your peeing? Because last night, I could pee so far off my bed. More than normal. Local bits. All right, anyway, I think a lot of you drove here. I drive a lot in LA. It kind of sucks, obviously. I have a little bit of road rage, but I will tell you one thing. If I'm driving and I give you the gift of merging in front of me, you better wave. Yeah. There will be problems. I'm like a psycho because I think of it as like a bigger favor than most people. So if I look over and I'm like, go. If I give you that, I want to see this. I want to see at least this in the window. I'll take this. I'll even take the cigarette, dish with an ash. I'll take scraps. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. If you do nothing, I will follow you for a minimum 100 miles. I will go to your house. I'll put an air tag on your bumper at midnight. Other than that, I'm pretty chill, but... Sorry. By the way, just quickly, off the record, in 1998, they invented the cordless mic. Now, let me just listen. Listen, Paramount Theater, let's not jump on trends. I don't mind dragging 42 feet of fucking cable around that weighs 16 pounds. It's throwing out my clavicle, and we're on joke 4, all right? Jesus Christ, let's not hop on fads. They have a sweetheart deal with fucking Radio Shack at the mall. No, actually, this is Amazon. Okay, so this is Jeff Bezos getting a 5th private jet, and then he gets my dog shit mic off a fucking Black Friday deal. Amazon Prime, whatever they call it. Yeah, thank you. On the only night that matters. Great. Stick your hand in there. Yeah. God damn. I love that Amazon gets it from Amazon. That's... All right, well... Oh, shit.
I joined a health club. I went one time. They always have a big giant guy showing you around. Oh, you're thinking of joining? Here, follow this guy. Hey, how you doing? Come with me. You know, I'm like hanging on his hand. I felt like a little monkey, you know? Where are we going, Thunder? I think the guy was messing with me. I think he was making up muscle names. This machine right here is for your flactoid. That's exactly why I'm here. He shows me how to work everything, and then he leaves, and I don't remember anything he said. And have you ever done this? Have you ever got into one of those things wrong, and there are other people waiting for you? I got into this one thing. I put my arms and my legs where I thought they were supposed to go, and I just start moving stuff around. This guy comes up, hey, buddy, would you mind getting out of the painter's scaffolding? I'm sorry. I want to work out at home. My friend, he's showing me all his exercise equipment. He's got an exercise bike, a rowing machine, a Stairmaster, and I said, none of them go anywhere. He goes, it's better for you. It's a resistance workout. So I'm not stupid, and I went home and I nailed my running shoes into the ground. 3 times a week for 20 minutes. Right? You think that's silly? What about the thing they sell called the step? That thing amazes me. Not the ones that move, the one that you just step on it and step off. People are buying those. People are like sending away for them in the mail, you know? My step is coming in the mail today. You can't find a step somewhere in the house? Bing bong, it's here, and they run down the steps and get it. This is gonna be great. You would think it would be self-explanatory, but the thing comes with a videotape, you know? Here's some things you can do on the step. And you see some guy, you know, just jumping up and down. Man, I gotta get me one. I didn't know you could do all that. I like working out, but I like when there's a game involved, you know? Like racquetball. But racquetball is the only sport where simultaneously you can be looking at the ball and it'll hit you in the back of the head at 90 miles an hour. I don't know how that happens. There's the ball, boom, just hit me in the back of the head. Boom, it happened again. I think no, that's not impossible. Now wear the goggles facing the other way. Okay, I ain't nobody's fool. Whenever I play racquetball, I always seem to play against somebody that knows how to land the serve somewhere where you never touch it. Is that fun for them? Okay, give me the ball. 1-0. Give me the ball. 53-0. And I'm just standing back there. Do I do anything? No? Okay. I'll be back here if you need me. I'm gonna have some coffee or something. I'll be back here, just standing, doing nothing.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places.
I went to a pizzeria, I ordered a slice of pizza. The fucker gave me the smallest slice possible. If the pizza was a pie chart for what people would do if they found $1 million, the fucker gave me the donate it to charity slice. I would like to exchange this for the keep it. Gotta have a drink here.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Panette!
Hello! Hello! Hi. How are you? Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, this better be good, huh? Yes. It's a pleasure to be here. I went to the gym today. Listen first. First, listen. Since February, I've been going to the gym 5 or 6 days a week. I don't like it. I go because I want to be healthier. I have such a long road ahead of me. I lost 100 pounds, and people say to me, wow, we can really see it in your face. How big was my head before I started this journey? Apparently I was the Kool-Aid man and nobody ever said anything to me. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here. That's John. His head's the size of a manhole cover. We don't talk about it though. Shh. And it's not like I'm getting back in shape. Oh, getting back in shape. No, I never was in shape. So in February, I hired a trainer. I've had many since then. Some quit, some turned to drugs and alcohol. One trainer quit the business and opened up a candy store. Seriously, he makes the best maple walnut fudge I've ever tasted. So I'm not just big, I'm a carrier. People get big around me. So this trainer thing, I went the first day to the gym, and I looked a little nervous. And I remember it was like my first day of kindergarten again. I even had the same lunchbox. What's that machine over there do? And the trainer said to me, I see you're nervous, but don't be. Once you start here at the gym, you're gonna get addicted. I don't think so. I think I can quit this gym stuff anytime I want. I got a lot of willpower. See that guy with the muscles over there? That's not gonna be me. They're never gonna find me in the exercise wing of Betty Ford. I can't stop! I wanna stop, but I can't stop. So the trainer said to me, he said, I want you to loosen up first. We don't want you to strain or pull anything. I want you to do this across the gym. Gym full of people. This is called the soldier's walk. This is a soldier's walk? Where did you go to boot camp? Is there a gay Nazi brigade out there I don't know about? Then he says to me, give me a sit-up. I said, oh, nay. I don't do ups. I told him that when I signed up. I don't do ups. I do downs. Sit down, lay down. Blackjack, I'll double down. Give me a cheeseburger, I'll wolf it down. Put on a little music, I'll boogie down. But I don't do ups. Ups defy gravity. Gravity is a law. I obey the law. So, I see people at the gym, and I just don't think healthy. I do this machine. Do you know this horrible machine? I don't know the name of it. I call it the horrible machine. I started in February. I could do 5 minutes, but I would have to cry for 2.5 of those minutes. People don't want to see that at the gym. They complain. Take him off that machine. He's crying. Now I can do 45 minutes, and it's a real miracle. But, yeah, and I'm a pleasure to be around, too. I see other people working out on the machines. They're thinking, what machine am I gonna do next? Maybe I'll do weights. And I'm thinking if I do 45 minutes and live, I'm gonna have raviolis and a nap. So the last 15 minutes is a chant. Raviolis and a nap. Raviolis and a nap. I'm like this on the machine. The trainer comes by and says, I see you're sweating. That's great. You know, you're burning fat. Oh, good. I hope it's a control burn. Because if this baby goes up all at once, there's going to be a mushroom cloud over this gym.
I was down on my luck, nowhere to go. Then I saw that sign with a bright blue glow. So I signed up at ECPI University. Yeah, that's the place that worked for me. Got my bachelor's in tech and just 2.5. Hands-on learning, now I'm feeling alive. Go to ecpi.edu.
Just a short break with something useful. Spring, summer, or fall, there's always yard work to do. TikTok shows quick, easy gardening ideas you can use today. No experience needed. Download TikTok now.
It's Crazy Bread from Little Caesars, and you can't get enough. Daydreams of buttery garlic-flavored drizzle distract you at work. You have a Crazy Bread tattoo. If you know, you know. Right now, purchase any pizza from Little Caesars and get Crazy Bread for free. Free!
Pizza. This is so great. Thank you for coming. You're here. That's great. You all showed up. I appreciate it. And then we showed up, so you got to see the things that you paid to see. That's great. You don't always get to see the things that you paid to see. Ever been to the goddamn zoo? Those guys are never where they're supposed to be. Every time I go to the zoo, I'm like, hey, where's the jaguar? And the zoo guy is like, oh, he must be in the inside part. The inside part? Tell him we're here. I love doing stand-up for crowds because this right here, this reminds me of assembly in grade school. And assembly was the only part of school I ever liked. And once you leave school, you don't get to have assembly. This is the closest we get in adult life to assembly. Because look at you all, you're just sitting there in chairs, looking at a guy with absolutely no expertise who's gonna talk for a while. Although this is different than assembly, because like you bought tickets, you knew this was coming. Assembly, you never knew was coming when you were a kid. You just showed up at 8 a.m. and they were like, put down your stuff. Go to the gym. You're like, God, I guess they're finally gonna kill us all, all right. This is younger than I thought it would be, but we are pretty big assholes. You get to the gym and the whole school is sitting on the floor. You're like, what are we, about to graduate from Tuesday? My principal would always come out to kick things off. She'd be like, children, rather than continue to teach you how to read, we have cleared the entire day for this random guy. I used to smoke crack. As you 7- and 8-year-olds probably know, freebasing is the greatest orgasm known to man. But I'm here to tell you there's hope. I've been sober now 2 weeks. Well, weekdays, not weekends. Weekends, that's Nunzio's time. I was once at assembly listening to a guy talk about smoking crack. My social studies teacher yelled at me. He goes, sit up straight, show some respect. I was like, he's smoking cocaine. Sit up straight, he's standing on a 45-degree angle, or as junkies call it, first position. I always got yelled at assembly. That's right, there was always like assembly, and then there was like that second assembly to yell at you for how you behaved at the first assembly. They'd be like, get in here, sit down, sit down, sit down. I want to talk about what happened yesterday. You're like 8 years old, you're like, what's yesterday? We invite a woman here with homemade puppets to teach you about bullying through skits, and you laugh at this woman? We noticed you had all been bullying each other and making fun of everything constantly, so we invite a woman with straight gray hair in a denim dress with a wrist cast and homemade puppets that all have the same voice to teach you about bullying through skits, and you ha, laugh it up. What was so funny about that woman? I want to know. What was so funny about when she couldn't fit the box of puppets back into the trunk of her Dodge Neon? What was so hilarious that you all ran to the windows? Well, you all missed a valuable lesson on the danger of cliques. What's a clique? It's when a group of people hang out together. Oh, you mean like having friends? No. Because these people make fun of other people. Oh, you mean like having friends?
So what I do is I buy things to show people who I am, right? Everyone does it to an extent. You show the world who you are by consuming things, right? Like say you bought a motorcycle, now you're a biker. Say you have a skateboard, now you're a skater. Say you have a bunch of video games, you're a gamer. Say you have a bunch of anime, you're probably a sex criminal. Fashion's the big one, right? Fashion is the big one, because that's what we dress ourselves up to show other people who we think we are, right? That's crazy. And so you can look at me and you can figure me out pretty quick. I'm just a cool dude that loves soup, right? But sometimes you see people like, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? What are you trying to show me? Right? Like I passed by this one guy, he was wearing no shirt, big old belly, jean shorts, socks pulled all the way up, with a Bluetooth headset in. It's like, are you trying to tell me that you're on a conference call about how you didn't steal a lawnmower? Because if that's the case, you fucking nailed it. I just think it's so interesting how we try to define ourselves and show other people who we are. I think that's really interesting, how we choose its outward identity. And there's a lot of ways that we choose it. Music's one. We listen to music and we get into music, get into the fashion of music. Like I liked heavy metal for the longest time, I still do. But what I really liked was the metal aesthetic. You know? It's the pictures of the fucking devil and just gross ass shit, right? Just everything that's not in good taste. Oh, fucking great. We've all seen a Slayer t-shirt. We know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like there's this band, perfect example, there's this band called Electric Wizard. They have a record called Dope Throne, where on it is just a picture of the devil doing a bong rip in the forest. And I saw that, I was like, fuck yeah, hell yeah, that's me. That's what I believe, yeah. And I liked that record so much, I got a t-shirt of theirs for Christmas, but I could not wear it. Because it adhered to the metal aesthetic a little bit too much, because on it was 3 men in silk robes bowing down to a very naked woman. Right? And I can't wear this in public. And it's not because I'm afraid of disapproving glares. I'm a 6'2" tattooed pockmarked glute. Right? I'm used to it. Like I realize I'm attractive enough not to be scary, but ugly enough not to be trusted right away. That's fine, I get it, yeah. You know, and it's not because of weird puritanical views of women's bodies. You know, naked women don't freak me out. In fact, I've met a few naked women in my life, and they were super cool. So, yeah, very nice. The reason I can't wear this t-shirt is because of creeps. You know creeps, right? Ooh, real creepy people, yeah. Like, right? Like, I mean, if you use a naked woman as a conversation piece, you're a fucking creep. I can't imagine actually being a woman with a woman's body and have to deal with it every fucking day. You know, I don't even only wear a shirt with a woman's body on it just because I don't have to fucking deal with creeps, right? But if I get on the street in Chicago in that shirt, in 10 minutes, there's gonna be at least one dude that goes, oh, what's that on your shirt? Oh, it looks like a naked lady. I like naked ladies. You like naked ladies? Well, listen, I'm a night stalker. Would you like to get some lunch? No, there's a Panera Bread right there, and I would love to show you pictures of fear. So I can't wear that shirt.
Celebrate Lunar New Year parties with help from Whole Foods Market. Find yellow sale signs on Asian-inspired ingredients like whole fish, stir-fry ready shrimp, and organic ground pork that's great in dumplings. Explore fresh veggies like napu cabbage, bok choy, and komatsu na. And check out the floral department for money trees, orchids, and more. Perfect for gifting. Find good fortune and flavors through the 24th at Whole Foods Market.
I'm from Tennessee, I almost said it, but I live in New York now. Lived there for like 8 years. I like it. I don't know. It's fun. You know what I miss, though, about being in the South? I miss being around like Walmart. I like a nice Walmart. Like, it's like headquarters. Like, me and my family agree that if we ever get lost, we will just meet at a Walmart and either find each other or just start over with a new Walmart family. Either way, it's win-win. A lot of people don't like Walmart because it's like big business, right? Like, it kills the mom and pop shops. But really, Walmart, like, they were a mom and pop shop at some point, and then they got their act together and became unbelievable. I was like, I'll just ride these guys out. They're always open. Mom and pop shops close for no reason. You go in there, like, why are you closed today? Like, we're sad. You're like, all right. Walmart, you could shoot the entire staff. It would be an hour of confusion, and they'd be up and running again. Yeah, that's how great Walmart is. Nice system. They have a good system down there. There's a lot of Kmarts in New York, and I do look down on Kmart. Like, I think I'm better than Kmart. That's where I'm a Walmart guy. I'm in the middle. I'm not Target. I'm not some jerk, and I think I'm better than everybody. I am just right in the middle. No one likes Kmart. They don't even look open when you go in there. You're like, oh, you guys about to close? What's that? You're open 24 hours. Really? Really? Oh, man. Are y'all going to cut the lights on in the back? Or... I went in there, like, you ever go to a store and, like, you think someone works there because whatever, they're wearing just matches everybody else? Like, I kind of did that. Mine was mean. All right, what happened? I walked up to this guy and I was like, hey, man, do you know where the razors are at? And then the guy was like, what? I don't work here. So I looked at what he was wearing and he had a football jersey on. It couldn't have been more obvious that he did not work at Kmart. So basically, I just judged his face. And I figured he had a Kmart face. It was like weird. Even when he was like, I don't work here, I was like, come on, man. Like, you probably have an idea of where they're at. Where would you put them if this was your Kmart? Where should they go? Is that...
I love going to the grocery store. Those free samples. It's always a little awkward after you have the free sample. You're like, ooh, sausage, yeah, all right. Well, see ya. Sucker. Because you kind of act like you're going to get a case of it. Well, this would be good for a party now, wouldn't it? Yeah. Nah. Gotcha. When did we have to become members of all these grocery stores? Are you a member of our secret club? I'm just getting Doritos. Well, that'll be $4,000. Or you can join our club. I can't come to a lot of meetings, but I guess I'll join. I do feel guilty at checkout when they're bagging my groceries. Talk about feeling lazy. Hey, thanks for putting my groceries in my bag. Yeah, I could help, but I'll just watch. I'm exhausted from picking that crap out. You want to come home and watch me eat them? I'm looking for a buddy. This guy talks a lot about food.
Politicians like to use the TV for their negative ads. I love watching them. I love the sinister voiceover guy that they use.
He voted to give himself a pay raise.
Wouldn't you? I don't know. Is that the worst thing you have on a guy?
Apparently, he wanted more money to provide for his family.
And they morph him into a devil. This is an actual negative campaign ad. I'm not making this up. About the other candidate.
He voted to allow 7-year-olds to be tasered.
It's an actual ad. And they interviewed the guy who had voted for that. He's like, I meant worst case scenario. If a kid gets a weapon, we don't want to hurt him, and the worst case, you can taser him and get the weapon away. As if that was that man's platform. I want to taser 7-year-olds. He's talking with his staff. When I'm elected, can we have some 7-year-olds on the stage with me? I think I'll swear in, and then I'll taser a 7-year-old. I think that'd be a nice way to start the term. I solemnly, and then I'll taser another one. How many can we bust in for this? That's what that man wanted to do. Politicians are smart, man. They certainly know how to not answer questions. They have tricks that no one ever seems to call them on. I'm sorry, I'm not taking questions today. Oh. Well, when will you be? Oh, that's a question. Not taking questions. I wish I would have known that was an option when I was a kid in school. Brian, how do you find the square root of a fraction? I'm sorry, not taking questions today. You know? Another one the politicians pull. Well, let me answer that by asking you this. You can't answer that by answering that? You can't do that? I wish I had that stunt ready in school, too. Brian, how did World War I affect the economy of Central Europe? Well, let me answer that by asking you this. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I think I've made my point. They had local elections where we were living, and we had just moved there. So I didn't know any of the candidates. But that didn't matter, because they would put billboards on the side of the road with their name and 2 one-word qualities, which is really all you need to make an informed decision. Steve Wilson, leadership, integrity. Say no more. That's what I'm looking for, right, honey? Those 2 things. The only way that would be helpful is if his opponent had a billboard right next to it. Floyd Nimrod, laziness, thievery. I don't think so, Mr. Nimrod. Not when you compare, when you really weigh everything, when you really step back and weigh it. No. The Kennedys are great speakers, right? John Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. And then Robert Kennedy was credited with, some people look at things the way they are and ask why. I look at things that never were and ask why not. Okay. I'm sorry, what did you say? It's powerful, but it must have been weird growing up with them, speaking in flip-flops around the dinner table. Ask not if someone can pass the salt and pepper to you. Ask if you can pass the salt and pepper to someone. Some people look at cream corn and ask why. I look at cream corn and ask why not. And then Ted's like, there any more rolls? I gotta learn more about politics. I hear about fundraisers where it's $1,000 a plate. Wow, $1,000 a plate. I would have to send the food back, just out of the principle of the thing. Excuse me, please, just take this away. Is there a problem with your meal, sir? Well, it's good. It just ain't $1,000 good. Go add something. Put some kind of glaze on there or something. For $1,000, I would want every bite to be like this. is so good, I'm crying! I am voting for you. Those policies are nuts, but this is fantastic! Oh my God, this is delicious! Fire up your taser!
Hey, Hampton Roads homeowners. Chris Subiando here, founder of WSC Smart Home Designers. Quick question. How long have you been dealing with tech that underperforms or looks outdated? If the answer is too long, WSC can fix that. Since 2011, our locally owned veteran-led team has helped homeowners transform their spaces to sound, look, and function seamlessly. Tap Book now to schedule your free in-home consultation and experience quality tech built around your taste.
And now, with the banana sensation sweeping the nation, here's Ben and Benson.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas. Get them just how you like. Instacart lets you choose your bananas. From green to extra ripe. Use the app to control your bananas. What it's time to be alive.
You heard them right. Instacart's new preference picker lets you choose bananas. Music to our ears. Download the Instacart app today.
Chick-fil-A's new Frosted Sodas and Floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new Frosted Sodas and Floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice dream to make a new Frosted Soda or Float. With the mix of the ice dream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new Frosted Soda and Float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
I had a Mr. Pibb. Mr. Pibb is a replica of Dr. Pepper, but it's a bullshit replica because
taking that Beano. Because I was losing friends. I don't mean like they didn't want to be my friend anymore. I mean, I almost killed 2 of my friends. I'm driving in a car, and my friend Billy's driving, and my friend Kenny's in back, and I broke wind ever so daintily. The next thing I know, we're in a guardrail. And my friend Billy slumped over. And he's mumbling. He goes, I said, Billy, what's the matter? What are you saying? Oxygen! Now Kenny has his jacket wrapped around his fist. He smashes the window open. He's got half his body hanging out, breathing for dear life. State trooper comes by. Is this alcohol? No, it's gas. Don't go near him, officer. Just shoot him right now.
I'm allowed to make fun of my wife. I asked her, and she said yes. I've been married for about 3.5 years now, and I was going out on tour, and, thank you very much. And I love and respect my wife very much. So I said to her, hey, we've been married for 3.5 years, and she knew that. I said, do you mind if I still make fun of you on stage? And my wife said, she goes, yeah, you can make fun of me. You can make fun of me, but just don't say that I'm a bitch and that you don't like me. I was like, whoa, the bar is so much lower than I ever imagined. That's it? Also, I wouldn't say that. What kind of show would that even be? Hello! My wife is a bitch! And I don't like her! That's like a support group for men in crisis with keynote speakers John Voight and Alec Baldwin. Also, I would never say that, not even as a joke, that my wife is a bitch and I don't like her. That is not true. My wife is a bitch and I like her so much. She is a dynamite 5-foot Jewish bitch and she's the best. She and I have totally different styles. When my wife walks down the street, she does not give a shit what anyone thinks of her in any situation. She's my hero. When I walk down the street, I need everybody all day long to like me so much. It's exhausting. My wife said that walking around with me is like walking around with someone who's running for mayor of nothing. My wife and I went to Best Buy to get a TV. We didn't end up getting the TV. I was afraid that the Best Buy guy was gonna be mad at me, so I bought an HDMI cable. And I go up to the register with Anna, my wife's name's Anna, she's standing next to me. I hand the guy the HDMI cable, he takes it, he scans it, and he says, do you have a Best Buy rewards card? And I said, no, I wish. And then my wife said, Jesus Christ, and fully walked away from me. Walked all the way over to the laser printers and just stood there Blair Witch style. And I'm still up at the register like. And the guy goes, do you want a Best Buy rewards card? And I said, no. Even though I had just said it was my greatest wish in life. I was hoping he believed me that it was secretly my great wish, but that I'm in an abusive marriage with little Miss Jesus Christ over here, so I can't ask for the things I want in public, but at home at night we argue about it, and I'm like, you'll see, one day I'm gonna leave you, and I'm gonna get that Best Buy rewards card. She's like, Jesus Christ. You're never gonna get that Best Buy rewards card.
From February 11th through the 14th, save on flowers at Whole Foods Market. Get a 24-stem bunch of roses for just $29.99 with Prime. All of our roses are sourced for good, meaning they help support workers, their communities, and the environment. They aren't just flowers, they're Whole Foods Market flowers, expertly cultivated and picked to have big blooms, vibrant colors, and strong stems. Visit your local Whole Foods Market today, in store or online. Terms apply.
It's Crazy Bread from Little Caesars, and you can't get enough. Daydreams of buttery garlic-flavored drizzle distract you at work. You have a Crazy Bread tattoo. If you know, you know. Right now, purchase any pizza from Little Caesars and get Crazy Bread for free. Free! Pizza.
I'm happy, yeah, because I'm gonna try to say things more unpopular now. All right, here we go. Here's my most unpopular opinion that no one agrees with. I wish that I was hairier. Right? That's true. Yeah, no one likes it. I wish I had super hairy arms. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them, but they're not very hairy. You know, I wish I had like super hairy arms that like rustled in the wind. You know what I mean? Just a rustling, like crops in a field, just a rustling. You know what I mean? I want to wear a tank top, walk by someone, they're like, oh, that was like driving through Iowa. Wish I had a little puff of hair. You know, a little puff of hair? A little puff of, oh, hello, that one. Some people like that, like, ooh, what is that? Is that the edge of an enchanted forest? Dare I venture in, see if forbidden treasures await, you know? I don't have that. I got weird body hair, it's gross. I just have super hairy nipples. It's not okay. Yeah, I take my shirt off, looks like 2 storm drains. We need to invest in infrastructure. I think I overcompensate for that, you know, for not being very hairy. That's why I grew this mustache. You know, some people don't like it. I don't care. Some people are like, you're gonna look dumb in all the pictures for the rest of your life. Yeah. But it's not because of my mustache, it's because I keep doing this. Y'all do this? Oh, this is so good. I love doing this because people see me do it, they don't talk to me. I guess, oh no, that guy's gonna talk to you about Mountain Dew. Yeah. Code Red, watch out. I love doing this because there's no negative emotions attached to it. It's not scary, right? I'm already pretty like a pretty intimidating fella. I'm already 6'2", tattooed galoot. I don't need to be more threatening, right? I already have resting bitch face for man, which is just known as murderer. That's why I like this. No one's ever done bad things doing this. Right? No one's ever been super pissed like, hey buddy, go fuck yourself! Look at that drive! No one's ever been like despondent, like she's never coming back, brah, you know.
The only time my mom ever got physical with me was at church. Weirdest place, right? Physical at church. And the reason why is because when you're 10, 11 years old, you hate church. For the simple fact that you got to sit there for an hour and a half on this wooden pew. You got to sit there. And when you're 10, 11 years old, you don't even have ass meat yet. It's just bone on wood. That's why kids move around so much. Because they can't feel their asses anymore. And that guy won't stop preaching, just hame, hame, hame,
Joseph, sit up straight.
What is wrong with you? Stop acting like this, huh? I'm telling you, this is my last warning. You better stop acting like this, I'm telling you. You will not be happy. Turn around. Sorry. What is wrong with you? Why are you acting like this? You better behave, huh? This is my last warning. Huh? I'm telling you right now, you will not be happy. And I would taunt my mom, because we were in church. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hit me? And my mom would take her fingertips, the tips of her nails, and she would grab a pinch of skin. You know what I'm talking about, right? And she would pinch so hard I could actually feel the nails touch inside of me. It would hurt so bad that I would lean in like this. And my mom would whisper in my ear, "Who's laughing now?"
Hey, Hampton Roads homeowners. Chris Subiando here, founder of WSC Smart Home Designers. Quick question. How long have you been dealing with tech that underperforms or looks outdated? If the answer is too long, WSC can fix that. Since 2011, our locally owned veteran-led team has helped homeowners transform their spaces to sound, look, and function seamlessly. Tap Book now to schedule your free in-home consultation and experience quality tech built around your taste.
Make Whole Foods Market your Lunar New Year headquarters, full of Asian-inspired ingredients to celebrate deliciously. You'll find it all from centerpiece mains to plants that make for excellent gifts. Find sales on whole fish and shrimp, and enjoy savings on Dubriton ground pork, perfect for making dumplings. Bring the joy and beauty of the new year into your home with orchids, jade plants, money trees, and more, or help spread it by giving them as gifts. Celebrate Lunar New Year with Whole Foods Market.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port-in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
So as a comedian, my hours, like I stay up very late into the night. I sleep late into the day. I try to wake up with a 10 in front of it. I root for it. When you sleep late into the day, you open your eyes, your day's just going. Like my friends that get up like 5 in the morning, they're like, it's so peaceful and quiet. I mean, right when my eyes open, it's like everything's happening now. If I ever come meet you at noon, just know I set my alarm and I'm gonna be coming in pretty hot. So everybody in our family, everybody's got bedtime routines in their family. So our family, we try to send our daughter to bed like 9:30, something like that. And then me and my wife can watch TV, whatever. My wife will usually start falling asleep. She'll go to bed like 11:30. And then I sit out there and I watch TV till like 2 or something. Sometimes my wife, she'll go to bed and then she comes back with a blanket and she lays next to me. And she's like, well, I'm gonna just sleep out here and I'll go to bed when you go to bed. And I don't care for that at all. It's like you already promised to go to bed, and I got pretty excited, so I don't... I think that's the hardest part of marriage. How do you say that nicely? How do you tell the person that you love more than life itself? How do you say, hey, out of all the people on earth, you're the only one I don't want near me right now? There's a lot of stuff I'm not allowed to do near her as well. If I snore, she hits me with a closed fist. Those nudging days are long gone. Every birthday I have, she just tells me what she was gonna buy me, never buys it. I've almost had some pretty awesome stuff. I'm not allowed to eat near her. I guess I chew louder than a lot of humans. And she has the hearing of an owl. If we eat meat, I gotta eat it in the yard like a lion at the zoo. Do you like that gum? I heard you pull up in the driveway, chomping away. God forbid I want cereal. I gotta make sure she's underwater.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you very much. Wow. Man, oh man. That is very, very nice. Thank you for coming tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. So I was driving today, and I came upon a truck pulling a horse trailer with a sign on the back, caution, transporting show horses. Oh, 10 and 2. We're sharing the road with show horses. If I start to lose control, I'll hit one of these cars with people. Or at least a trailer with just plain old horses. But those horses, they gotta put on a show. What are you supposed to do in a spin out? Don't hit the show horses! Anything but those show horses! You imagine hitting anything. Then I came upon another truck pulling a trailer with a sign in the back, don't worry, just dumb old donkeys. I was crossing over the line, boom, 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 hee-haw, boom. Who cares? Just dumb old donkeys. They refuse to apply themselves. Heck with them, these dumb old donkeys. I lived in California for a while, and to get my California driver's license, this is true, I was reading in the California Driver's Handbook, it says, to receive your California driver's license, you will be required to give a thumbprint or another fingerprint if you have no thumbs. Is this a common enough occurrence? Everyone needs to know this contingency plan? Shouldn't that be just for one guy at the DMV to know about? I'm gonna need a thumbprint. I don't have any thumbs. Charlie! 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 Only Charlie needs to know what's gonna happen. Not every single person in the entire state of California. Why is that in that book? Speaking of fingers and driving. It's not what you think. I was driving the other day, and there's a guy in the lane next to me. He's in a convertible. He's talking on a cell phone. I think I'm more important than I really am. And here's why. Just yammering uselessly. So I had to watch what I was doing and what he's doing. And this guy had construction in his lane, so he needed to merge into my lane. He didn't even know this because he's into his call, and I knew he needed to merge. I gave him some room. I swear, here's how he thanked me. He's looking down, he's talking, he looks up, sees the construction, sees that I'm giving him room, and he goes, could less effort possibly be put into thanking a fellow human being? Oh man, here I was all self-absorbed, and you were nice enough to look out for my safety. I don't know how to thank you other than... And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I mean that profoundly. Thank you. Thank you from the very depths of my soul. This is what he does.
Save on date night essentials at Whole Foods Market. Save on your favorite brands like Carbone and Frankie's to make a delicious dinner with your special someone. Then finish it off with sweet savings on treats from Tate's and Who Kitchen. Save on these brands and so much more by looking for yellow sales signs throughout the store. Make your romantic evenings easy and save now through February 17th. Shop in store or online at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
Can't get enough of your song of the moment? Download and indulge in the tracks you love over and over again with Spotify Premium. Tune in to discover an ad-free music listening experience where you can play your favorites in any order. Tap the banner to learn more.
Remember that show, My Three Sons? That'd be funny if it was called My One Dad. That'd be funny if you were a drummer and you accidentally grabbed 2 magical wands instead of drumsticks. You're pounding out the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit, my bass player is now a can of soup. Sorry, Rick, I mean cream of mushroom. I'm sick of soup of the day. It's time we make a decision. I want to know what the fuck soup from now on is. I got a vest. If I had my arms cut off, it would be a jacket. I saw a lady on TV, she was born without arms. Literally, she was born with her hands attached to her shoulders, and that was sad. But then they said, Lola does not know the meaning of the word can't. And that to me was actually kind of worse in a way, you know? Not only does she not have arms, but she doesn't understand simple contractions. It's very simple, Lola. You just take 2 words, you put them together, then you take out the middle letters, and you put a comma in there, and you raise it up. I got an idea for sweatshops. Air conditioning. Problem solved. Hey man, I would imagine the inside of a bottle of cleaning fluid is fucking clean. I've been traveling by hot air balloon. Those fuckers are unpredictable. When does the gig start? Thursday? Is it downwind? No? Shit, can we start it on Friday? You don't need a pilot's license to run a hot air balloon, do you? Anyone know that? Anyone here from New Mexico? But you don't need one, because someone came after you and said, hey, give me your license. Let's fucking cut the sandbag. Here's my license, dude. It's a scissors. Snip. Later. I want to ride in a cold air balloon. I'm afraid of heights and I don't want to leave here. Well, then take a ride in my cold air balloon. Because we ain't fucking going anywhere.
But I have a newfound respect for doctors, I do. Because when you think about it, unless we're sick, we listen to absolutely nothing doctors tell us. They're like, you should lose weight. Never gonna happen. What else you got? You should exercise. Does eating French fries count? Get out of my office. I don't even listen when I bring my kids to the doctor. The doctor's like, to avoid an infection. I'm like, my wife's like, what'd the doctor say? Don't pick the scab. I don't listen to nerds. That was the only time I would ever see a doctor is when I bring my kids in. Sometimes I'd try and horn in on a pediatric appointment. The doctor would be like, how's little Mikey doing? Mikey's good, he's good. He's a little worried about this mole I have on my arm. Yeah, I explained to Mikey that I've always had the mole, but Mikey thinks it might have changed colors. Jim, would you like to make an appointment? No, it's Mikey, he just needs a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the mole. I know Mikey doesn't want to play the Hippocratic Oath card, but you have to tell us, don't you?
Strange, the passage of time. I'm not that old. I'm 35. That is not old. But I am in a new phase right before old called gross. I never knew about this, but I am now gross. I am damp all the time. I am damp now, and I will be damp later. Like the back of a dolphin, my back. I am slick. The butt part of my pants is a little damp a lot. And I don't think it's anything serious, but isn't it though? And I'll be sitting at a restaurant and I'll get up and I'll be like, what did I sit in? And it was me. I'm gross now. I've been talking through burps. I never used to do this. When I was a kid and I wanted to burp, I'd be like, silence! Blah! Now I'm trying to like push them down and muscle through them. I'll be at dinner just doing the bread and the seltzer, filling up like a hot air balloon. And then I'm like, did you say that you were going to Italy? As we have a travel agent. She has a travel agent. I'm going to the kitchen. Does anyone need anything? Does anyone need anything? Just take a pause, John. I'm gross. I have hair on my shoulders now. I don't even have a joke for that. That's how much I hate that shit. I was sitting up in bed a few weeks ago like, life. And my wife was rubbing my shoulders, which was very nice of her. But then she started singing to herself. Monkey, monkey, monkey man. Monkey, monkey, monkey man. Not at me. Not to be mean. This was a song from deep in her subconscious. I don't even think she was aware she was singing it. But it was certainly not the first time she had sung it. I don't know what my body is for, other than just taking my head from room to room. And it's not getting any better. I'm 35, but I'm still like, hey, when am I gonna get big and strong? This is it. This is it. It's just gonna be this. I'm like an iPhone. It's gonna be worse versions of this every year. Plus, I get super hot in the middle of the afternoon for no reason.
Hey, Hampton Roads homeowners. Chris Subiando here, founder of WSC Smart Home Designers. Quick question. How long have you been dealing with tech that underperforms or looks outdated? If the answer is too long, WSC can fix that. Since 2011, our locally owned, veteran-led team has helped homeowners transform their spaces to sound, look, and function seamlessly. Tap Book now to schedule your free in-home consultation and experience quality tech built around your taste.
Save on date night essentials at Whole Foods Market. Save on your favorite brands like Carbone and Frankie's to make a delicious dinner with your special someone. Then finish it off with sweet savings on treats from Tate's and Who Kitchen. Save on these brands and so much more by looking for yellow sale signs throughout the store. Make your romantic evenings easy and save now through February 17th. Shop in store or online at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
Quick pause. Something useful for you. Love fishing? TikTok isn't just for young people. It's full of real tips. Better knots, better baits, better catches. Quick videos from people who actually fish. Download TikTok now.
Some guys are cheating out there on their wives. This does not leave this room. Some guys in Vegas. Guys in Vegas. I saw these guys in the booth next to me, and the girls are like, "Oh wait, are you married?" And listen to the guys answer. They go, "No, no." They never answer like their wife wants them to. Are you married? Am I married? Am I married? Am I married? It's not fucking a hard question, dude. It's really a yes or a no. Am I married? They go like this. Yes! It's not what wife wants you to say. I said yes. I told her yes. I tell everyone, babe. Tiger Woods has a new chick. I didn't think a chick would fall for it. I don't know. Maybe it's a bit of baggage. And the girl, Lindsey Vonn, who's like a sexy skier, and she's got to sell that to her friends. That's a tough sell. Well, I found Mr. Right. He's my rock. He's my guy. 143. They're like, who? She's like, Tiger. They're like, huh? Tiger Woods? Yeah, it's either Tiger Woods or an actual tiger. Right? There's not a lot of them. They're like, you know what they say, Lindsay? Once a cheater, they change overnight. Good call. Go with your gut. Go with your hunch on this one. Smart move. Because, you know, this guy had, what, 27 mistresses? And these are the ones we heard about. You know, there's got to be one or two that don't want to go on CNN and proclaim to the world they're a total whore. You know, one or two. So let's round it up to 30. I don't like the mid-level ones, like 16. Comes out on a slow news day. Tiger whacked up on my feet. Really? Well, that doesn't make you look too great either, honey. So I want you to step back into the woodwork. Like, why are you volunteering this? Is this what you want on your Google the rest of your life, honestly? Hey, I Googled your mom. No. Why would you do that? I guess her and Tiger. Well, they were in love. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't read that part. Poor Lindsey Vonn. She's just like on his ass. She's got to be. I see him at the Masters. She's on the putting green with him. Hey, babe. This one's a tough one. It's going to break right. I'm not one of those clingy girls. I just want to make sure you're not actively fucking a girl right now during the tournament. I'll worry about tonight later, but I'll be way back here by the sand trap. You don't even know I'm here. What she's like in school when you have that koala bear you stick on your pencil like this. Lindsay, give me some room, I'm chipping. Hey, pinch her back. Where are we having dinner? Because guys cheat, and it sucks. And guys say, oh, you know, and girls are always like, oh my God, his wife is so pretty. It doesn't even matter, that's the problem. It's like that old saying, oh, you can't have filet mignon every night. It's true. Once in a while, you want a hamburger from Wendy's. That's sort of true, right? You want a greasy, dirty, hoary, slutty cheeseburger from Wendy's with mayo all over her face. And honestly, just once in a while, and then when you finish, you crumple up the bag and you feel guilty and drive home. And about twice a year, you want a hot dog. But you don't tell anyone. No one said this was going to be easy breezy tonight, guys. Nobody.
I bought a house in Pennsylvania near my family. I have family that I'm always flying there to see. My sisters, my brother-in-laws, my nieces, my nephew, and I'll buy a house near my family. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm the youngest by 9 years. I have one sister in Pennsylvania. She's a health nut. We're very close. We go to a restaurant. I order. She said, he'll have a salad. So I have to order at another table and pretend to go to the bathroom a lot. My other sister, she's going to decorate my house because I'm always on the road. She's going to be my interior decorator. Now, I don't know what that is. I grew up poor, and not the kind of poor where you go, we were poor, but we never knew it. I was certain of it. And I was not happy about it. Periodically, I would say, hey, just want you to know that I know we're poor. So, I can't do anything with a house anyways. I've lived on the road, half of my life. When I bought the house in Vegas, the first week I put the dishes outside for room service. Home Depot, I went to Home Depot. First of all, you could die in there, they'd never find you. Second of all, I realized everything here needs assembly and started to hyperventilate and had to wait in the car. I can't work on anything in the house. If you can do home improvements, if you can do repairs, that's craft, that's God-given talent. I shouldn't do it. I just know I shouldn't do it. If something goes wrong, I call. It made a spark, I'm leaving now. Call me when it doesn't do that anymore. But I didn't have to worry about anything in Pennsylvania because I had my interior decorator to take care of the house for me. She's gonna decorate it. She's gonna shop for the furniture. She's dragged me to 80 furniture stores. I've lived there 18 months. We're still going to furniture stores. I almost killed one furniture guy. I said, I'll take this couch. We'll order it for you. It'll take 14 weeks. It's right here. Help me get it in the truck. No, this is our floor model. If we give you this, people won't know what we have. Yeah, but you don't have it, so help me get it in the truck. I went to one furniture store, I heard angels, ha, ha, ha. Lazy Boy, yeah, my furniture's in there, it has my name on it. My sister brings stuff over every day that I'm off the road to decorate the house. She brought over a chestnut roasting pan. It's from the 18th century. Wow, that's great. I was walking around the kitchen the other day going, where's my chestnut roasting pan? I said, well, I guess I'll go get some chestnuts. She said, no, it's just to hang up on the wall. No! You paid $250 for that out of my money. I'm roasting chestnuts and I don't care if I burn the house down. I'm originally from Boston, as I said, and I have an autographed shirt of Larry Bird in my kitchen. I come back from the road, and it's been taken down and replaced with a picture of a giant pear. And she's in front of the pear going, now isn't that better? And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but what a giant pear! Was I eating a pear one day and going, this pear is so good. I wish I had something to remind me of it for the rest of my life. And then I asked her, I said, where's my Larry Bird shirt? Oh, I put that away. Where? She has a bad memory. And so I'm going, where? Away. Somewhere. And she does that with a lot of my stuff. She puts it away. So on my days off from the road, I walk around the house looking for all my stuff that's gone away. Why does everything I love go away? And the neighbors see me wandering around the house. Look at that poor little man. He wanders and he's so sad. They can see me because there's no blinds in the house. Yeah, I got an estimate for blinds. Do you know about blinds? They're expensive. I didn't know that. They want like $5,000. I'm not paying that. If I walk around naked long enough, the neighbors will chip in. How are you, Mr. and Mrs. Lipinski? My family ruined Thanksgiving for me. My first Thanksgiving in the house, I was going to host it. I never hosted Thanksgiving. I was going to have it catered. I wanted it to be done really nice. They said, no, you always take us to restaurants. We're gonna cater it for you. We'll bring the food. There's 10 of us. My sister brings a 12-pound turkey. Grace did not go the way I would have liked it to. Thank you, God, for the 12-pound turkey. I didn't know they made them that small. It must have got hit by a car. I hope it didn't suffer. Since there are 10 of us, tell me there are 9 more turkeys just like this in the kitchen. Tell me this is like the Cornish game hen of turkeys. And my other sister, the health nut, she brought the vegetables. She brought turnips. People bring stuff to your house, you want to be nice, gracious. How do you like my turnips? I don't think you're supposed to eat these. These suck with butter on them. And nothing sucks with butter on it. Turnips are a horrible vegetable and they show up during the holidays. Nobody cooks turnips on a weekly basis. What is with the turnip? First of all, you can't cook it. You can't cut it with any knife in the kitchen. You have to bounce it off the concrete for an hour to soften it up. Then you have to boil it for 8 hours. If it's that difficult, the turnip doesn't want to be eaten. Turnips are a root vegetable. They grow in the ground. That means at the beginning of the world, God made the turnip and said, no. This didn't come out right. Gabriel, try this. Oh, you don't like it either, huh? I was gonna put it on a tree, but you know what? I'll bury it and they won't find it. Yeah, well, some idiot dug it up and brought it to my house for Thanksgiving.
Celebrate Lunar New Year parties with help from Whole Foods Market. Find yellow sales signs on Asian-inspired ingredients like whole fish, stir-fry ready shrimp, and organic ground pork that's great in dumplings. Explore fresh veggies like napu cabbage, bok choy, and komatsu na. And check out the floral department for money trees, orchids, and more. Perfect for gifting. Find good fortune and flavors through the 24th at Whole Foods Market.
I want to tell you guys a Martin Moreno story, okay? We did a show at one of the casinos. I won't say where, but it's pretty close. And after the show was over, we went over to gamble a little bit, and we're at a roulette table, and we're gambling, right? But apparently the chips were really old and really dirty, so like you'd pick up one and it would stick to 4. Nasty, right? So we're playing for an hour. My hands are covered with this stuff. So I tell Martin, we're losing our ass, dude. Let's just go eat. You know, I know I'm gonna win there. Right? So we go over to the cafe and I go, Martin, you know what, bro? Let me stop by the bathroom so I can wash this off my hands. And he goes, Gabe, don't worry, bro. I got it. I got Purell. All right. Well, shoot. So we go to the cafe. We sit down. We both order. And I go, hey, Martin, let me get some of that Purell. All right. So he's, all right, here we go. And I go, you know, man, it's not really cutting it. I was like, can I get some more? All right. You know, Martin, it's not really cutting the grime, bro. I go, you sure it's Purell? He goes, yeah, dude, look, it's Purell. Well, all right. Let me get some more. So I'm just rubbing it on and nothing has happened. I'm getting frustrated. I go, Martin, are you sure it's Purell? And he gets pissed at me. Yeah, it's Purell, all right? Look. I looked at the bottle. It didn't say Purell. It said pure anal. It was lubricant. So I'm sitting in a freaking restaurant. Martin's having a heart attack. I'm sitting there, both hands shiny as hell, looking like I've been molesting donuts, you know? And now I gotta go back into the casino to go wash my hands. So I'm walking through the casino. Martin's behind me laughing and crying, right? Holding the bottle. I'm like, you ass. People are coming up to me that saw my show. You were so funny. And I'm like, ah. And they're looking at me like I'm rude. What an ass. You have no idea.
So I'm going to a party, and I had to go to a greeting card store to get a birthday card. These places are way too subdivided now. They don't have just a simple birthday section. They have like, happy birthday for age 4 from the both of us. What the hell? I'm looking for a religious, humorous happy birthday for age 7 twins from the AFC West. They have a whole section called Blankenside. What in the hell is a Blankenside card?
So I've been sending them out. Sorry you're feeling so blank inside. I feel like that myself sometimes. What kind of scam? The guy who's selling blank inside cards must wake up laughing. What do you do again? I sell blank inside cards. Picture of a tree, nothing on the inside. No little limerick, nothing. They're buying a crease. They have another whole section called encouragement. I like to send those to people who are not about to do anything and just keep sending them follow-ups and confusing them. You can do it. I can do what? I keep getting these. I know it's in you. What is in me? What can I do? Maybe you should go do something instead of reading cards all the time. You know, it's fun, you pick somebody at random, like out of the phone book, and send them about 100 just because cards. They can't even ask you why you did it. We have a section called New Baby. I don't think you need the word new. You'd have to clear up confusion. Do you have a old baby section? Because, well, my friend had a baby. And I let time get away from me. And he's 12. Is there an area of your establishment? Are you the proprietor? Be asking that sort of thing. They have birthday, then they have birthday humorous, you know. That kicks it up a notch. They have sympathy, no sympathy humorous. I've yet to see where they've tried to. I guess that's good. You wouldn't want to get one of those. Sorry about your Uncle Fred, but hey, sometimes you end up dead. Did somebody blunk him in the head? Did somebody pump him full of lead? What the? Are they trying to be humorous? Bet you're glad it wasn't you instead.
I got 2 straws in here in case one breaks down. You know, crazy straws, they go all over the place. These fucking straws are sane. They never lost their mind. They said, we're going straight to the mouth. That fucker who takes a while to get there, he's crazy. Vending machines are a big part of my life. I like when you reach into the vending machine to grab your candy bar, that flap goes up to block you from reaching up. That's a good invention. Before that, it was hard times for the vending machine owners. What candy bar are you getting? That one? And everyone on the bottom row? I want to make a vending machine that sells vending machines. It'd have to be real fucking big. I was gonna get a candy bar, the button I was supposed to push was HH. So I went to the side, I found the H button, I pushed it twice. Fucking potato chips came out, man, because they had an HH button, for Christ's sakes. You need to let me know. I'm not familiar with the concept of HH. I did not learn my AABBCCs. God damn it. I get the Reese's candy bar. If you read that name Reese's, that's an apostrophe S. Reese's, apostrophe S on the end of that name. That means the candy bar is his. I didn't know that. Next time you're eating a Reese's candy bar and a guy named Reese comes by and says, let me have that, you better hand it over. I'm sorry, Reese. I didn't think I'd ever run into you. You're a fucking bully, man. Let me at least have a piece. The Kit Kat candy bar has the name Kit Kat imprinted into the chocolate. That robs you of chocolate. That's a clever chocolate-saving technique. I go down to the factory. You owe me some letters.
Celebrate Lunar New Year parties with help from Whole Foods Market. Find yellow sale signs on Asian-inspired ingredients like whole fish, stir-fry ready shrimp, and organic ground pork that's great in dumplings. Explore fresh veggies like napu cabbage, bok choy, and komatsu na. And check out the floral department for money trees, orchids, and more. Perfect for gifting. Find good fortune and flavors through the 24th at Whole Foods Market.
Hey, Hampton Roads homeowners. Chris Subiando here, founder of WSC Smart Home Designers. Quick question. How long have you been dealing with tech that underperforms or looks outdated? If the answer is too long, WSC can fix that. Since 2011, our locally owned, veteran-led team has helped homeowners transform their spaces to sound, look, and function seamlessly. Tap Book now to schedule your free in-home consultation and experience quality tech built around your taste.
Fan armies have squad goals, but you have ad goals. That's why Spotify's Ads Manager lets you choose the objective that works best for your campaign. You can optimize your ad to reach the most people, maximize video views, or increase the number of fans who click through to your website. Whichever you pick, advertising on Spotify is a choice any squad can get behind. Learn more at ads.spotify.com.
By the way, this is all prosthetic. After the show, it comes off. I just air it out. It's like, I feel so free when I get it off. You know what I mean? It's getting harder and harder to motivate to exercise. In your 20s, you're like, I want to be with someone physically fit, so I'll be physically fit. And then your 30s, you're like, I want to fight off aging. And then your 40s, you're like, it's over. And now I'm at the point where I look at morbidly obese people and I'm like, they seem happy. That's one way to live a life. I used to exercise to lose weight. Now I exercise so I can continue to fit in cars. Still a fitness goal. I've been in better shape in my life. I go in and out. It's been a while. Not last year, but the year before, my big accomplishment is I ran the New York City Marathon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Half of you are like, no, you didn't. I did, you bastards. All right? I ran and completed. All right, fine, I didn't. But I thought about it. Which I guess is technically different than running it. Turns out I couldn't run the New York City Marathon because I didn't want to. Which is the main reason I don't do a lot of things. I just rarely admit it. It's like, hey, Jim, why don't you come to my birthday party? I didn't want to. We never really reply to invitations that way. Don't want to go. Completely available, just not interested. Really wish I wasn't there, so I won't be. I know people who have run the New York City Marathon. They always bring it up. They're like, yeah, I ran the New York City Marathon. I was asked, did you win? No, but I finished. What place you come in? I don't know. Sounds like you came in last. Really, what you're saying is you lost the New York City Marathon. If I were you, I wouldn't bring that up. But that's why some people run marathons, so that they can say, I ran a marathon, which to me is not a good enough reason. Heck, I can say I ran a marathon. In fact, earlier I did. Didn't feel good, it felt dishonest. I guess what I'm trying to say is marathon runners are liars. All of them. It's too far. It's way too far. 26.2 miles, that's too far to run, jog, or frankly drive. Let's be serious. But you know what? I'm not a runner. Half of you are like, we never thought you were. At this point, we're not sure if you're a walker. But running is huge, right? There are stores just for runners. There's magazines dedicated to running. Runner's World, a magazine all about running. And if you thought running was boring, wait till you read about running. At this point, is there any information we don't have on running? Oh, you're supposed to use your arms when you run. What? I think I've been running backwards. No wonder I keep losing. The runner's high, I'm sure that's not a myth. Let me get this right. You're confusing exhaustion for high? Have you ever been high before? How can you confuse I can't breathe with joy? The runner's high. Has anyone ever used that as an excuse? Sorry, I ate all the chips, runner's high. Yeah, I ran a 10K in high school. I think I'm still high. But there's running, and then there's running a marathon. You know you have to pay to run a marathon? What? For the New York City Marathon, you have to pay $250 to run by yourself 26 miles. That's some S&M stuff there. That's like the subplot of a Law & Order Special Victims Unit. You gotta pay that up front. It's not like there's like a toll system, like 13 mile, my chip, what is this, a chip reader? You ever see the beginning of a marathon? All the runners line up in their voluntary prison number. And then someone shoots a gun, red flag. And the runners disperse like Godzilla's approaching. Ah! Why is there a weapon involved in a foot race? Whatever happened to someone saying, go? All right, let's review how we're gonna start the marathon. We'll get all the lemmings lined up there, and then without any warning, Cooter will shoot his .357. In the air this time, Cooter. Then we'll just sit back, count the money, and watch some of them soil themselves. You ever see the winner of a marathon? They do not look healthy. They look like they were forced to run a marathon. Like it was some negotiation as part of ransom. I finished, now can I have my children? I ran 26 miles, I drank my own urine, I'm wearing a tinfoil blanket. What's going on with my kids? Of course, I respect people who run marathons. Heck, I'm impressed by the people who pass out water at marathons. I was looking at them like, I couldn't do that. Probably gotta get up early. Then you gotta find cups. Then there's passing out all that water. My arm's just sore thinking about it. At least those people are doing something at the marathon. You ever see the rest of the people watching the marathon? They're like, what is going on in your life? If you're watching strangers run a marathon. I suppose some of them are there supporting friends. You know, I wouldn't want that. I don't even want someone to see me in a hurry. That seems like a big request of a friend, right? Hey, can you watch me run 26 miles? Only take your entire Sunday. You can only watch someone run part of a marathon. It's not that big of a commitment. It's like, you can do it. All right, I'm going to brunch. But you can watch someone run a marathon. You can't go into a health club and watch someone on a treadmill. Excuse me, sir, what are you doing? I'm supporting that lady. Do you know her? Not yet. But I brought her this lock for the bridge. All right, that is all for me. Thank you very much. So fun. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your six figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business is year one, needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all. And we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
And now, with the banana sensation sweeping the nation, here's Ben and Benson.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas. Get them just how you like. Instacart lets you choose your bananas. From green to extra ripe. Use the app.
ass on that first showdown, right? Carpet, couch, queer, you don't need it. The second one's got the Wave Runner. Money doesn't buy happiness. That phrase should end with just kidding. You live in this country, wrong answer. Money buys happiness. Buys the Wave Runner. You ever seen a sad person on a Wave Runner? Have you? Try to frown on a Wave Runner. Those things are awesome. Money buys happiness. You ever seen a homeless person skip? They don't. They're not allowed. I once saw a homeless person start to skip, bottle hit him right in the head. He forgot the rules. He'll remember next time. Yeah, I threw it. I don't care. Why is he happier than me? He shouldn't be. I'm rich. Spiritually. You ever hear girls say that? I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I like to reply, I'm not honest, but you're interesting. Huh? Let's have cider and talk about your crazy cats.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Celebrate your special someone at Whole Foods Market with the ingredient standards they deserve. Get baked treats with no bleached or bromated flour and no FD&C synthetic dyes like red number 3. Find yellow sale signs and make the night sizzle with savings on caviar, New York strip steak, and more. Don't forget to find the perfect bouquet and those romantic chocolate-dipped strawberries. Taste the love all month at Whole Foods Market.
That's a woman. Especially in a family, right? That's another burden of the woman. The whole thing falls on you. The whole thing. You know, we thought it was gonna be different. We were gonna be the first generation of guys who were gonna pitch in 50-50. Anything you do, we're gonna do too. 50-50. Our dads didn't do it, but we're gonna do it. 50-50. Didn't work out. It can't be 50-50 because we don't like these kids half as much as you do. It's a lot of work. The whole thing's a lot of work. A lot of work. I haven't slept in 9 years. 9 years, no sleep. No sleep in 9 years. I knew the baby part, I knew that. I didn't know you don't sleep for the rest of your life. Did not know that. You lay down like you're sleeping. You close your eyes like you're sleeping. But you're listening for trouble 24 hours a day. My little one threw up off the top bunk bed. All I had to hear in my sleep was, she doesn't even know what's happening yet. And I am running like a Marine in his underwear, grabbing anything that looks like a bucket, a cat, the pillow. You don't find anything, just go with your hand, just do it, just do it. I'll catch it, I'll deal with it, just do it in my hands. But that's the whole deal right there, right? Your kid gets sick in the middle of the night, you do more chores in 10 minutes than you did in 4 years of college. Bagging stuff up, carrying bodies, doing laundry. It's like you're working for FEMA in the middle of the night. They come down the hall naked, stuff in their hair. Am I okay? Go stand in the tub, stand in the... Get her out of here, she smells. And the only thing we have to clean in my house is all natural cleaners. My wife wants to save the planet with orange peel mist. It's like, it really works. No, it doesn't. They wouldn't have invented all these other products if orange juice did the trick. Your kid throws up, you don't care about the planet. You want to see Mr. Clean. You want that bald bastard just smiling at you. His tight shirt and an earring. You don't know if he's gay or straight or a pirate. Just looking at you like, yeah, I might kill your cat, but I'll leave this place smelling like lemons.
I gotta tell you guys, being a comedian has been one of the greatest experiences for me, and it's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride, and a lot of people don't understand what has gone into this. Me personally, I got a lot of people to thank. My family, obviously, first and foremost, and all my friends and all the support and all the people you don't see that are behind the scenes that have helped me. There's a lot of comedians out there, they do really good, and for some reason they start, going crazy and things happen, and then what happened? Wrong people around them. So whenever you see me, you're like, oh, Gabriel's keeping it together, because people keep me together. Shoot, I start believing my own hype. I'm at 7-Eleven, yeah, give me all that shit. Yeah, give me a Slurpee, give me crazy. Why is he talking to me like that? I don't know, I just want you guys to know